Thankfully, last night I was very wrong about my prediction about what was going to happen with the election. Let's go on a walk. I got some stuff to show you this morning. So, did not happen like I thought it was going to, thankfully. I was very wrong in my prediction, although I was not wrong in that they would attempt to do what they did last time. They just got started too late. I'll show some videos and some of my analysis over at Patreon and Rumble if you're interested in going over there and watching that. But today I want to show you something beautiful. I watched last night MSNBC, and I was watching Charlie Kirk's coverage, and so I would go back and forth. So I had them both playing at the same time in different tabs and just go back and forth and just watch to see, you know, what each one was saying. And it was very clear early in the evening that this was not going the way the left wanted it to go. Hi chickens, how's it going? You guys ready to get out today and go see what's out there to eat? They're ready to do that. Look at our guineas. Look at our guineas. Hi guineas. How you doing? Anyway, yeah, it was definitely not going the way they wanted it to go. I saw a report, BBC, this morning. There is an outbreak of that nasty bird cough, and they still want to take your chickens. Don't think they don't. But today, I'm going to show you something very beautiful. I will go back into detail on what I thought happened last night, the election coverage, all that stuff over at Patreon and Rumble if you want to watch that. I'll put a link below. But today I want to show you something beautiful. It's fall. Fall rains are coming. Things are popping. And I want to show you something that you should be paying attention to if you like to take walks out in nature. This is probably the most beautiful array of turkey tail mushrooms I have ever seen. Let's take a look. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. It's just all over this persimmon tree. This is a persimmon, and right next to another persimmon. But look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's like perfect. These are absolutely one of the best medicinals you can get when it comes to your immune system. And right now it's fall. So this is the great time. If you don't want to get the, you know, that clotty, that you can go ahead and get something like this and then use this in a tea every morning. I have this in my tea every morning. I use a combination of these and reishi mushrooms in my tea, in my tea kettle. I have a little baggies that you get from Amazon, little tea baggies, and I basically take dried portions of reishi mushrooms and turkey tails, and I fill those in those little tea bags, and I put in my tea kettle. And so every morning when I make my coffee, I make it with that tea. And these are just gorgeous. These are highly medicinal. There's tons of studies out there, official studies, that show without a shadow of a doubt and prove that these things raise your white blood cell count. They will raise your white blood cell count, okay? So lots of studies out there show that. Official science-backed studies that show that these will raise your white blood cell count if taken in a tea. So I highly recommend, right now when the rains are coming, these are nice and soft. Let's see if I can get this one out. I'm gonna get all these out, but the way you tell a turkey tail is on top, it's gonna be nice and felty. It feels like felt on top. And on the bottom, if you can see that, see all that? Let me see if I can get that to focus better. All those little holes, that's called a polypore. The fake ones, you'll see lots of fake ones out there in the woods that look like turkey tails, but they won't have all those thousands of holes in there. And they're not polypores, so they're fake. Some of them, most of them are smooth on the underside like this. And sometimes they're not white. So it's gonna have a white underside and all those thousands of holes. That's why it's called a polypore. And I think, based on studies, all polypores are medicinal in some. They have beta-glucans and other things that help boost your white blood cell count. But these absolutely have been proven through scientific study to raise your white blood cell count. Helps your immune system. So right now, it's the fall. Everybody's worried about the cough. And they're out there, all the people who are addicted to what the mainstream media tells them to do are out there getting the pokey pokes. And they're falling over with chest pains. Oh, my chickens are over there. Anyway, but yeah, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Go out there and get some of these things if you see them. I'm going to be sending my boys out to harvest these. These are just fantastic. Just got to pull them out real careful like that. Look at that. So a felt top and polypore underside. White polypore underside. There you go. There you go. Hope you guys are having a great morning. I know I'm having a great morning. I feel a little bit better about the direction this country's headed in. I'm still a little nervous about being $35, $36 trillion in debt. And it doesn't seem like either side was talking about how far in debt we are. And, you know, that worries me. But at least we've gotten off of the speed train and are now going slower on the freight train. So, towards that inevitability. But inflation, I still think, is coming if they continue to cut interest rates. And man, what a time to be alive. So anyway, I'll go into a little more deeper analysis with patrons and Rumble. So stay tuned for that if you're over there. But I hope you're out there checking out, with all the rains coming down in the fall, you're checking out all the turkey tails and all the reishi mushrooms. We have some rishis also that are growing, but all the mushrooms that are out there growing, and some of the other things you can still harvest here in the fall. All right, guys, I love you. See you next time in the homestead. Be sure to like and subscribe to the video so it gets passed around quite a bit. Share it on social media. I really appreciate that. Also, you can be sure to check out those 2 herbalist books that we give all of our patrons for joining for as little as $1 a month. If you bought those books on Amazon, they would cost you over $1,000 a piece. So be sure to take advantage. Join our Patreon, show your support of our channel, and then get those books downloaded. And don't keep them on the cloud. Get them printed off. So many of you guys have gotten those printed off, and that's a real benefit. You want those in hard copy mode, okay? Hard copy mode. All right, guys, love you. I'll see you next time in the homestead. Bye.
Have you ever gone to a health food store and seen all those small bottles of probiotics in your cooler section? Man, can they be pricey. Are you really getting all you need to improve your gut health from those expensive bottles? How viable are they? Most of those products claim to give you between 8 and 15 strains of gut-healthy healing bacteria. Think of each strain of bacteria as a different factory in your gut. Each factory is responsible for breaking down that food in its own way. The more factories you have, the more the food is broken down and the easier the food is absorbed and digested by the body. A 2018 study published by the National Library of Medicine shows that 1 fermented head of cabbage can produce up to 114 strains of beneficial bacteria. That's a lot more food factories than you're getting from that expensive pill bottle. And that's just cabbage. Imagine the probiotics when you add garlic, onions, pepper, and more to that ferment. PerfectPickler.com and its home fermentation kits provide you with everything you need to get started making your own gut-healthy food factories from the comfort of your own kitchen. PerfectPickler.com even provides a jam-packed recipe book with many of our kits. Visit PerfectPickler.com and start fermenting your own veggies to begin your journey to better gut health. That's PerfectPickler.com.
Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. I'll wait.